Hey guys, I thought I would treat you today to Lake Koshkonong Effigy Mound. It's where the Indians used to live and roam the whole countryside. And yeah, it's beautiful here. But it says here, you can see, it's the Lake of Plenty, it's called. Before the 1840s, Koshkonong was a broad, shallow lake covered with wild rice. Native people gathered here in the fall to harvest rice. They hunted ducks and gathered clams across the street in that lake. And then they prepared for the winter while honoring their ancestors by caring for the mounds. The mounds you see out here, the big mounds, probably hard to see on film, but this is where the Indians were buried. And they still come here today for the Ho Chunk clans. The people of the big voice continue to pray, remember their ancestors, and connect with their cultural traditions. So I've been here before. It's beautiful, but I thought I would bring you along and share it with you. So let's take a walk over here to this one mound. And every mound is in the shape of some are turtles, clams, just different objects. So let's walk over here. See this big mound right there? That is an Indian mound. That is an Indian mound. And it's in the shape, it says, of a pear shape. Can't really make the pear shape out unless I got a drone. I do not have a drone. But that is what it's supposed to look like. And that is the mound right there, as you see. And that's the Indian mound. They just piled them in there and buried them up. Buried them. And that's where they are. I'm glad they still take care of that. My grandmother, my great grandmother, was Sioux Indian. And this kind of just tells you about the park. You want to pause it, whatever, that is fine. If not, that is fine. But I just think it's very interesting. Only 20 to 25% of Wisconsin's burial mounds remain today. That is sad. Well, that, you know why? Everybody's got to build their brand new houses, dig up the earth, you know. Just think it's sad. It's just, pisses me off. All right, let's check up here, guys. There's another one. But yeah, this is a pear-shaped one. And it's neat that they still come here to honor their ancestors. It's amazing. They don't leave flowers. They don't believe in that. They just come and they pray for their loved ones. This one is a conical, in the shape of a conical. Right here. It's just a little one. It's right there. There's a conical. That is neat. And there's another one right here. You can't see it very well, but that is an Indian mound. Okay, let's check over here now. Turtle or lizard? It says turtle. They really take it and care up here. Right here, this big one. See that big hill? That is either a turtle or a lizard, but nobody can make it out. And I can't either from way over here. I just think it's neat. I will not walk on it, but that is the shape of it. Look how long that is. It's all the way down here. So we're going to walk it. But that's the lake over there. There's houses over there now. But that's where they would gather the rice, hunt ducks, and all that. All right, let's go up here. I'm not walking on the graves because I think that's disrespectful. Back to the story of my great grandma. She was Sioux Indian. She was born in South Dakota a long time ago in the 1800s. And I knew my great grandma. And she was 90, almost 100 before she passed away. A sweet lady. And yeah, she was Sioux Indian. I don't have much Indian in me, but some. This one here looks like say a bird. So this one is supposed to be in the shape of a bird. So let's see if we can make a bird out on this. This is really interesting, guys. I don't see a bird. I just see a mound. Right there. It's supposed to be a bird. I think it's interesting. I really get into history a lot. And here's another huge one. Okay, now we got a trail. Squirrels all over. All right. Let's check over here. Here we have, there's a bird. It's cute. Take a look. The squirrel's busy getting his nuts gathered for fall, for the winter months in Wisconsin. Oh yeah, I kind of see the wing over here. You have to be here to look at it. But here's another mound. And like I said, this is the Ho-Chunk tribe clan. Yeah, this is like the front of the bird right here. Then over there is the wing, and the other wing over there. That is, wow. There's a lot of people buried in one mound. You wonder how many they buried in one mound. You know, that's a lot. Those mounds are big. Here's a turtle. My friend has an Indian mound. We do too on our farm. We have a up on the hill. We also have a Indian mound. We're only like maybe 5-10 minutes from here, where the farm is. But yeah, this is the bird. I know it's hard to see, guys. There's no names on these, nothing like that. But I just thought it'd be interesting to show you some of these mounds that were literally here from the 1800s. Oh no, look what I walked into, guys. Stick tights. Oh my God. I hate those things. They're all up my leg. Oh no. All my shoelaces. Ugh. Where the hell did them come from? Knowing me, I'd walk in them, right? No matter what. Here we have another one in the shape of a turtle or a lizard. That goes far. Goes from that fence right there, guys. See if I can zoom in. Right here, that fence. My camera sucks. But there's the fence. Goes from there all the way down. All the way down there. It's a big, huge. Wow. This is cool. I want you guys to come along with me. Just think they just put their loved ones in there and just covered them with dirt, earth. The natural way. They didn't have caskets and bolts and stuff like that. When a loved one died, they did their ritual and did their thing. And buried them with earth, earth to earth. Dust, acid. Check out that mound. That's a mound. Right here is like flat ground. Then it goes up, 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 up. Check that out. That is cool. That is cool. Couldn't tell you what the shape of that one is. Looks like maybe, I don't know. Crazy. I hate stick tights. Wherever I go, I have to walk in stick tights. Yep, but that's the mound, honeys. That thing is huge. That is the big mound. But yeah, it's called Lake Koshkonong Effigy Mounds Park. Isn't that cool? Just think, where I'm walking, there was Indians at one time walking here. There was no farmhouses, there was no cars, there was nothing. This was their land. This was their land. Let's go for a walk down this trail here. But yeah, I think it was pretty cool. So it ain't gonna be the longest video in the world. But I do have a cemetery I'm gonna walk you through today. But I have a big surprise, two big surprises. I am going to do a few nighttime cemetery walks. I drove past one last night, and it was beautiful. With all the lit light, like the lights from the crosses, it was breathtaking. So we are going to go on a night walk to a cemetery, possibly tonight yet. But this weekend now, come Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to take you guys on it's called the Haunted Forest. So we're going to go to some haunted forests in Deerfield, Wisconsin. What I'm going to do is go there ask if I can video. If I can videotape and record it, guys, you're coming along with me. Okay, for sure. But that ain't going to be the first one. I'm going to do a lot more than that. Because I get into that stuff. I love haunted houses and all that. But the nighttime walks to the cemeteries, you are definitely coming along with me. I have an idea and I know how to get in there. I know they have rules. Dusk to dawn. But I have connections. So, for those connections, it'll work out perfect. That'll give me some time to get into the cemetery. But these crosses are beautiful, guys. It's lit up. It's so bright. And it's peaceful. How do I know? Because I drove by it and I stopped and parked. You couldn't hear nothing. Let's listen to these. Listen. Listen. Can you imagine in the 1840s what it was like out here? Seriously. What do you think it was like out here? There was huts all over. You know, everybody had their own little, connection to the ground. They built their huts. They smoked their meats. They went in the woods here, hunted for their deer, turkeys, chickens, whatever. Squirrel. They had it made, really. But the lake across the street, see if I can get a closer view. It's called Lake Koshkonong. It's beautiful. Hey, squirrels, there's a lot of walnuts down over here. So I haven't found my head. I have 4 black walnut trees in my yard. And let me tell you, one year I had to wear a hard hat. They look like grapefruits. They were huge. I was wearing a blue hard helmet out there. I surely didn't want to get knocked in the noggin with one of them. But anyway, across the street, I'm trying to walk as fast as I can. The grass is super wet. My socks are super wet. My feet are super wet. My shoes, and I have stick tights in my socks and around my ankles. All right, let's take a browse over here by this lake. This is where they hunted. The rice, they hunt ducks, and all that. It was beautiful. But now they have all these houses here. You know, when they built these homes, how do you know they didn't dig up somebody's grave? That's what irks me. Beyond irks me. But look at the lake, guys. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to zoom in with my stupid phone. That's Lake Koshkonong. Yep. A lot of people come here and they do a lot of ice fishing. That's where they hunted. I'm sure they fished for all their fish. We have a variety of fish in this lake. Perch, trout, just everything, bluegills, all that. But it's beautiful here. It's quiet, peaceful. Until a white man came in and destroyed it all. Sad. All right, guys, I'm heading out. I'm going to download this and get it to you as soon as I possibly can. Hey, what's this over here? Here's a big sign, guys. No, I did not notice this because I'm a redhead. Let's see. Lake Koshkonong, Effigy Mounds. Hey, let's see. Between AD 650 and 1200, groups of Native Americans throughout the southern half of Wisconsin and portions of adjacent states built earthly mounds of various shapes and sizes, including mounds shaped like animals, today called effigy mounds. The mounds preserved here in the Jefferson County Indian Mounds and Trail Park were part of the larger group of 72 mounds, and including symmetrical and animal shapes resembling birds, turtles, or lizards, and perhaps spiritual figures. A remnant of an adjacent trail is also visible in the park. The people who built effigy mounds hunted and collected food, often returning to the same location seasonally. They lived in semi-permanent villages, used the bow and arrow, and made and used pottery. Mounds likely served ceremonial, spiritual, and practical purposes, perhaps marking territories and designating species or special gathering places. Mounds often, but not always, contained burials. The Lake Koshkonong area once had 23 effigy mounds groups composed of about 500 individual mounds. That is crazy. Look at the date between AD 650 and 1200. What the heck were we doing at that time? We weren't even thought of. We weren't even a speck of dust, you know? That is so interesting. And there is trails, so I'm wondering if there's more in the back area there. So maybe we'll clip that in another day. We'll do part 2. But right now I gotta get these stick tights off my feet and my pants. All right, guys, I'll call you back or check back with you in a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. If you like, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button because it helps me. And I'm going to get better, I promise you. And like I said, this is going to be fun. But we're going to get crazy. So if you want crazy, this is the channel to get to. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.